So I was thinking about something, right? Any questions around sensitive content in front of kids or doing shit in front of your kids, especially when it comes to like gay and homosexual topic, okay? Especially when it comes to the homosexual, okay? Okay, let me just say that. So let just play with me, okay? Let's just imagine a scenario. You have a husband relationship, right? A duo. Now, if this isn't your lifestyle, then you know it's not necessarily about you, just those individuals that have so many concerns about how these lifestyles are, though. So let me just say it like this, because people ask shit like, would you kiss in front of your kids, or would you let your kids see this or that, or would you kiss in front of your kids and stuff like that? You know what I mean? And for real, I'm really just disgusted at the fact that the question even comes up for real. Like, why is that even a thought? And I'm just walking and I'm just thinking, you know, because let's say I do get into a relationship and I become married, you know, and me and my partner are faced with questions like that. And it's just like, bitch, kids are supposed to be doing kid shit. Like, from my perspective, kids are supposed to be at the playground, at school, bowling, okay? Sport, football, playing basketball, Hot Wheels, Legos, movies, summer camp, summer school, supervised sleepovers, okay? Hello, that part. But that's just what kids are supposed to be doing. Okay, rule one. That's what kids are supposed to be doing in my book. All that other shit is weird. So if your mind goes anywhere else, honestly, I think they should screen that motherfucker. Like, they should screen that motherfucker for like a pedophile or some shit like that, because why are you even thinking like that? At the end of the day, I love kids. Let me correct myself. I love other people's kids because I can give them back. And I learned that I'm a great uncle. Okay. I also just feel like I'll be like a great girl dad. I'll be a really great girl dad. But don't get me fucked up by my daughter. And nobody fucking with my daughter. I just can't imagine, because I'm going to jail, prison, out of state, Mexico. I don't care if when it comes to my daughter, I just feel like I'm just going to be so protective. I'm gonna raise my daughter to be like Sharpay from High School Musical. She's gonna be a princess, you know. I also remember, like, when I worked at a summer camp, there was a kid. It was this kid George, and we called him Curious George because he always was curious, always like emotional too. He was always crying, and everybody would get annoyed because he cried like 3 or 4 times a day. It don't even matter if it was lunch, okay, when they first got there, okay, when he got dropped off, okay, at the end of the day, okay, playtime, he crying. But I remember George, he'd be sitting crisscross episodes, like by himself, while the other kids were, let's say, loud, playing and running around, doing kid shit. And I'm the type of person where I noticed that. But it's not because something like wrong with him or nothing like that, but it's just he needed someone to have patience with him. And everybody doesn't know how to deal with like sensitive kids. So so when I was there, I usually like sit with him. I would encourage him. I would help him play with the other kids, because kids do need that type of safety and they need that type of protection. They need patience as well. So they don't need no projection about, would you kiss in front of your kid? Would you do this in front of your kid? Would you? People like that, it's like, mm-mm. I'm the type of person, to be honest with you, my sexuality is fluid, and it's a whole nother topic, but I'm definitely, well, I would just consider myself to be one person who does identify as gay, right? But I do believe gay is based on your environment. I don't believe in that you're born gay. Like, you're born this way. You're just born who you are, right? But I don't believe you're born gay. No, I don't believe that. Okay. I'm sorry to all the gays out there. It is based on your environment. That's just from my perspective, because I didn't enter this lifestyle until my teenage years. But with that being said, I just, I don't know. I don't, it just bothers me when adults center kids in adult conversations like that, especially in, those same sex relationships though. I believe it does bother me because, like I mentioned, I think about kids needing patience and especially dealing with sensitive kids more than those loud baby kids. I'm a very patient dad. Like, I feel like I would be a very patient dad. So my thought process is totally different. So it just bothers me when it's other adults, that approach conversations like that about individuals in the same sex relationship on how they would handle, something like that. Because that's just weird, bro. Kids aren't thinking about sex, and kids aren't thinking about adult behavior. At the end of the day, the adults are. Adults are the ones projecting their mess. So stop asking kids questions meant for adult. You know, that's all. That's it. So kids, don't do drugs. Adults, stop doing drugs.